Look, man, I just got some real terrible news. Real terrible news. If anybody out there that know me, or if it's just somebody that's following me, and y'all know somebody that's a lawyer, like any of my friends and any of my friends who got friends that happen to be lawyers, man, I need you to give me some pointers on this shit here. So, like I've been telling y'all, man, I work in the trucking industry. That's the industry I'm in. So lately, the company that I'm working for right now, currently, or that I thought I was working for, they had me employed or contracted as a casual worker, meaning that I was basically part time at the moment. So the last time that I went into this company, before I even get there, what happens with a casual worker is like you are on call, and whenever the company calls you, you get 3 times for them to call you and you miss the call before you are considered, I guess, unemployed. So that never happened to me. So there was a stretch of time where I hadn't received a call from them in 4 days. So I went to the job, and asked them if I was still employed. Talked to the HR woman, looked through the roles, talked to whoever she needed to talk to, and she said, yes, you're definitely still employed. So after I had that conversation with her, I believe they called me in 3 days in a row. On the last day that they called me in, and once I got to the job, and this is something that happens on docks often. I get to the job, they say to me that they was overstaffed. They had too many people there. I mean, this happens everywhere, but they said they had too many people to justify the amount of freight. So they said since I was the lowest man on the total pole, since I was the newest employee, they needed to send me home first. They asked me if I had a problem with that. Say, no, man, I understand how freight work. I get it. Even though I feel like the seniority concept should be one that suggests that if there is not that much work on the dock, you should ask the most senior person on the dock if they would like to leave first, as opposed to never giving them the opportunity of leaving. But that ain't how it go at this particular company. So that was that. That was about a month and a half ago. So after that happened, that's when we received the transportation, the trucking numbers, and the retail contraction numbers, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe I haven't gotten the call because they don't have that much freight. All right, cool. Talked to one of my co-workers. He said, I asked him how much freight they had. He was saying that they was trying to send him home early one day because of that very reason. Say, okay, cool. So that validated my thought. I thought I was justified in not calling up there to find out why I had not received a telephone call yet. All right. So after I talked to him, I was out doing Postmates because I still got to figure out how to put money in my pocket of the company that I thought I was employed by. I thought I was employed by Yellow Freight, right? If you don't have enough freight, then okay, cool, man. Let me get out here and grind. I got my son. I just had a child. My son might need surgery on his tongue, so there's no way that I was trying to be out of work. And I was about to get my first pay raise. They started me out at 16. I'm cool with that. That's no issue. But I was on the verge of getting my first pay raise, and I'm still not getting the call. It's just like, man, I got bills to pay. I lost my car because the company is not calling me. Like, why are they not calling me, man? And my spirit's up. Like, yeah, Jesus is good. That shit. Anyway, so lose my car, and I'm still not really bothered yet. Because I'm just like, man, well, when things get a little bit better, even though it looks like we might be at the beginning of a recession. And I think that we're going to have a lot of ups and downs right now, but probably in the next year and a half, a lot of people are going to start getting laid off. Anyway, so, my hope's still up, still optimistic about it. Lose my car, I just now was able to pay my rent today. Just now was able to pay 800 and what is my rent, man? I had to pay 858. It was due on the 5th. Didn't have the money yet because I'm out here trying to grind and hustle, and at the same time losing my car. Man, we just had a blown tire this morning. You know, like, what's really going on? So, you know, I was fed up. I'm fed up now. It's like, hold on, man. I need to work. Can I please get a call in, please? So I went up to this job, like I done the first time. Asked them, hey, you know, this is Linares. I was wondering if I was still on the schedule as an employee. It took the woman about 5 minutes before she came back and told me that I had resigned. What? Huh? Lady, I'm coming all the way up here to this job because y'all won't call me, and you trying to you like that where does that make sense at to you? Why would I be here? I'm not begging for a job. Like, I'm not coming up here like, yeah, you know, I quit, but I need my job back. No, I ain't coming up there like, man, I really need to apologize to somebody because I fell out with somebody. No, I'm coming up here genuinely trying to understand what has just transpired. And this woman told me that I resigned. So I say, resign? How would that have happened? That sound like a quitting. That sound like I decided to quit my job. That's what it sounds like. So how could I have done that if I didn't do that? She said, well, either you told somebody or you wrote it on a piece of paper. And ma'am, you think that makes sense? You where in any of that, when you repeated that to me as a grown adult, how could that make any sense to you as a thinking woman that this man has come all the way up here to try to figure out why he's not receiving telephone calls, and the only thing I can tell him is that he resigned? Like, I'm telling you that you did something that I was told you did, and clearly that doesn't make sense. So listen, man, I and everybody, dog, like, you know, how do you handle this? Because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I'm one of the hardest working chocolate. Let me quit. I'm one of the hardest working men out here right now. Especially when it comes to that. Right? Yo, so you hear this, man? Tell me what's happening. And the deeper part is, I understand this is North Carolina. It's an at-will state. So, okay, if you would have fired me, if I would have been fired, okay, there's nothing I can do about that. Definitely can't do a damn thing about being fired. It's an at-will state, you know. Why did you fire me? It's an at-will state. I don't have to tell you. All right. But I resigned. Something don't seem right about that. Hey, man, tell me what y'all think. I need help right now. Look, man, this shit ain't, you know, between the president lying, all the deception, white women talking about how racist they are. Like, look here, man. The whole, that racist shit, like, that whole notion is just, like, diabolical. It's like, man, I was trying to work with the older white guys who seem to be prejudiced, but guess what? I didn't even press them like that. They come in with their MAGA hats on. Hey, man, look, freedom of what is it? Free speech, freedom of the press, free speech, First Amendment rights. Like, you got that. I ain't dumb. What you think I'm gonna do? Tell you to take off your MAGA hat? Like, hey, okay, whatever. But we got all the deception going on. We got the president taking our tax money and running away with it, right? And now I have to deal with the reality of a organization doing some very maliceful things, very deceptive things, very deceptive. And what, I'm supposed to just take that? That's what I'm supposed to do? Nah, buddy. Nah, that don't even sound like that's supposed to even be allowed to just let go. Ain't nobody about to let this slide. Nah, hell no. So any and everybody, my folks, my family who think that I don't support them or alienating them. Listen to what I'm going through. Listen at that. And you tell me what it is that you could do for me. You know what I'm saying? At this moment in life. You tell me that. Because clearly y'all ain't even been on this level. You know what I'm saying? I made my first 40,000 plus at a trucking company. And you think I'm going to walk away from something like that? Don't play with me. I got bills to pay. Anyway, I need help.